السلام عليكم ورحمة الله. This is Abu Aayeshah Shuayb from Abu Aayeshah Shuayb Vlogs community. I just want to quickly share an important aspect here. Most people think that out of sheer ignorance and arrogance, most people think, most Muslims these days, to be specific, and maybe some reverts, those who have not taken time out to understand that the methodology of the Sahaba, the Salafus Salih, was to go to the senior scholars and seek knowledge directly from them, not from the internet. So this is a life demo, a life example. So this is DeepSeek, and so I asked DeepSeek that I want you to write a description, mention this hadith, and it quoted the wrong hadith, as you can see. Even though it's a Sahih hadith, is not the hadith I was referring to. Then I told, no, this is not the hadith I was referring to, and then it corrected itself. So what I need you, please read this and understand that AI is just a knowledge base. If you don't have the superior knowledge, the authentic knowledge, as they say, as a talib al-ilm, tayyib, then you cannot rely on AI. That's what the senior scholars, I have sat with some people of knowledge, some scholars, reliable ones, thiqa ones, in UAE, in Saudi Arabia, in Pakistan, in Malaysia, more so in Saudi and UAE, and all of them agreed, and they mentioned that even the scholars, the people of knowledge that I'm referring to from UAE, they studied from Saudi, from Medina, the scholars of Medina. So I can even tell you the names of the scholars, but then some people will try to create fitna out of this. I don't really care, but they are from the students of Sheikh Rabi', Sheikh Ubaid, Sheikh Abdullah al-Bukhari and others. But alhamdulillah, the main thing is focus on the message, focus on what they are saying. Don't get into uh, the sheikh dogma, my sheikh, your sheikh, useless discussion. That's what shaitan wants. He wants you to dispute, to disagree, and fall into ikhtilaf and forget the real message and unite upon the authentic. My question to the ummah is, why don't you go to the authentic senior scholars? Why don't you rely on the authentic narrations, the Sahih Hadith? Why don't you read those? Why don't you follow those? Why you're always obsessed with the shubuhat and the doubtful matters and discussing them, promoting them? Because what shaitan does is he gets you into doubts and he makes you lose hope from Allah and doubt the whole religion. That's the issue. He will either get you to shubuhat or shahwat, and either way he will get you off track from Jannah, your main mission, our main mission. Okay, so that's what our community is all about. It's not another group, another sect. It's just a community that I'm building from zero, from scratch, because I did not find whether in Saudi or UAE, alhamdulillah, I did find some decent people of knowledge and their halaqas over there, but then I didn't find them. There was no supportive system. All of them, like the scholars, are like, we don't have time. The Tulabul Ilm are like, we don't have time. So obviously, when none of them have time, then and they can't take, they can't actually, when they say they don't have time, actually they can't manage their priorities. And so it becomes difficult to build a community and to support a community when you have that kind of attitude and that kind of response. So I thought, all right, why not I try to build a community. It's been 15 17 years. Instead of searching for the perfect community and joining it, why don't I try to build one from zero, from scratch, keeping the scholars and the senior students, people of knowledge, with me, as part of this community, you know, and they could actually be leading and, you know, guiding and supervising these communities. They could be, even though it's a difficult call because they're busy. So, you know, that's this community is all about connecting you to the scholars in reality, because that is the problem. Because people make excuses like, we don't know Arabic, we don't have time, we can't go to the scholars, and they don't realize once you disconnect from the people of knowledge, that is when your deviation starts, that is when your misguidance starts. So you can't afford to disconnect from them, you know. You can obviously continue your independent research, which is important in its own right, to stay away from blind following, but at the same time, as a talib al-ilm, it is also you know, obligatory on you to stick with the kibar, you know, till they last. And so that's all I wanted to share. Focus on talab al-ilm, focus on seeking knowledge. Don't rely on the internet and social media and online websites and blogs. All of them, the data is inserted by humans, and those humans can make mistake, and even the AI itself, as hallucinating as it is, as you know, it can cause serious errors and confusions, right? So be very, very careful of this, especially when there's another Sahih Muslim coming in my mind, a Sahih narration. The Messenger of Allah ﷺ mentioned that near the end of time you'll see a lot of khutaba, a lot of people giving lessons, a lot of people speaking, you know, storytellers, and talking about Islam, but very few will actually have knowledge, you know. And in reality, most of them will be du'at zahiran, looking very religious upon sunnah. In reality, they will be calling towards Jahannam, to the hellfire. Whoever listens to them will actually fall in the hellfire. So this is a fitnah that will emerge near the end of time, near the day of judgment, and it is already there. You can see it, you know, so many speakers through social media, everyone calling you to his thing, and most of them have not studied with the people of knowledge, have not done their homework. It's a different thing, they put in the effort, but you know, they are not able to go far because the people of knowledge don't support them, or they are not able to support them, or because of their family circumstances they are not able to go you know, ahead. But whatever the case, obviously such people, then it's a different story. They are exempt, and you can't really blame them. But you know, but there are so many people, they actually study from Medina University and other al Qura and other prestigious universities, but then, and some of them even study from even the likes of Ibn Baz, Uthaymeen, Albani, the great mountains of knowledge, Sheikh Muqbil, Sheikh Badiuddin, Shah Rashdi, and then, yeah, may Allah have mercy on all of them. I'm just giving examples. And then you see after their death they completely change their methodology from the prophets and from the Salaf, and they build their own understanding, and then they invite everyone, all their followers, audience, students, to that understanding. And obviously this is what causes deviation from the truth. So be very careful. The main thing is, truth is greater than any individual, you know, any person, you and me. It's greater than anyone. So anyone can make mistakes, so be careful about that.